So if you're a dog owner, you know that look, the guilt, the worry, those big, sad puppy dog eyes staring at you as you try to sneak out the door. We've all been there. Well, today, we're going to dive into how to turn that super stressful moment into a calm, peaceful non-event for both of you.
I mean, does this whole scene just feel a little too real? The second you grab your keys, it's like a switch flips. The whining kicks in, they start pacing, and by the time you're out the door, you honestly feel like the worst person on the planet. Look, it's a massive stressor for so many of us, but I promise you, it really doesn't have to be this way.
So what's really going on here? Well, what you're likely dealing with is some form of separation anxiety. Now, it is so important to get this. This isn't your dog being bad, and it's not you being a bad owner. It's a genuine panic response. And the best part? Once we understand what's happening in their little brains, we can create a whole new routine that builds confidence and, most importantly, calm.
Okay, so where do we even begin? This might actually surprise you, but the very first, and honestly the most critical piece of this puzzle, it has nothing to do with your dog. It's all about you. We have to get our own mindset right because, as it says right here, your calm is your dog's calm.
Just think of your dog as a little emotional mirror. They are so incredibly tuned in to how we're feeling. So if you're feeling anxious or guilty or stressed about leaving, you're basically sending out these huge alarm bells that something is wrong. Your dog picks up on that vibe and immediately thinks, whoa, my human is worried. I should probably be worried too.
And this slide just breaks it down perfectly. Over on the left, you've got the classic anxious departure. You know the one. Oh, mommy's so sorry she has to leave. You be a good boy. I'll miss you so much. It's this whole big dramatic production. But what that really does is create a huge emotional event. Now compare that to the calm departure on the right. It's boring. It's routine. It's no big deal. Which one of those do you think tells your dog that everything's going to be okay?
All right, so once you've got your own head in the right space, we can move on to step 2, the pre-departure routine. And the golden rule here is so simple but so powerful. A tired dog is a happy dog, or in our case, a calm dog.
And this chart just says it all, doesn't it? Before you leave, your dog has all this pent-up energy, and it's got to go somewhere. If it doesn't get channeled into a great walk or a fun game of fetch, it can easily bubble over into anxiety, barking, or chewing on your favorite shoes. But if you schedule in a good play session before you head out, you drain that battery way down, leaving them ready for a nice long nap.
So you're calm, your dog is tired. What's next? Well, now it's all about setting up the environment for success. The goal is to get your dog to see their alone time not as some kind of punishment, but as a peaceful retreat into their very own comfy, safe space. So how do we do it? Here's your checklist. First, a den or a crate can be their cozy, secure bedroom, not a cage, but a safe haven. Second, enrichment toys, like a puzzle feeder stuffed with treats, give their grain a job to do. It shifts their focus from, oh no, you're leaving, to, ooh, I have a delicious puzzle to solve. And finally, a little soft music or white noise can be amazing for masking those startling sounds from outside that might otherwise freak them out.
All right, we've got the mindset, we've got the physical exercise, and we've got the environment all set up. So now, let's put all of these pieces together. Let's build the blueprint for the perfect, peaceful parting.
And here it is, your 4-step blueprint. It's actually that simple. First, you get calm. Second, you tire them out, physically and mentally. Third, you set them up for success in their safe zone with something fun to do. And fourth, you just leave. No drama, no drawn-out goodbyes, just a quiet, boring, matter-of-fact exit. That's the whole secret.
You know, I absolutely love this quote because it's so empowering. This whole process isn't about getting lucky or just having an easy dog. It's a skill. It's something you can practice and get better at. And every single time you leave calmly and confidently, you're teaching your dog that being alone is totally okay and that you will always come back. You're building an incredible amount of trust. And I just want to leave you with this one last thought to chew on. What if we could reframe this entire experience? What if the moment you grab your keys wasn't a signal for panic, but a signal for peace? A signal that, hey, they're about to get their favorite puzzle toy and have a whole house to themselves for a quiet nap. Just imagine, what if your goodbye actually became their favorite kind of hello? Pretty cool thing to think about.